Big yawn. All right, Polly. Well, hello folks. It's been a while since I've done an update here at BB Props and Models, but something has come up since I last spoke. I know I said that things are being delayed. Well, as you can see, the old workshop here is kind of in a mess. Now if I show you there, look, all the cupboards and all this have gone. I had all my supplies and what have you here, and a big cupboard there, that's all gone. If you've been following me, you often will have seen just about here a big set of shelves with stuff on it. That's all been taken down, and all the stuff that was on it are now in these boxes here that you can see. In fact, if I just pan around, you can see all kinds of things boxed up and what have you. See, there's the shelves there from back there. Boxes, boxes and boxes. So why is this? Well, this is one of the reasons why I've been very quiet of late. Where we are renting, and we've been renting here for 14 years. Unfortunately, about 2 weeks ago, our landlords said to us that they would like to take their house back because they want to sell. So they've given us effectively 2 months' notice. So I've been rapidly packing the house up with my wife. There is just boxes everywhere. So what we've got to do now is find somewhere else to live, and that's going to be a bit of an interesting situation, because how are we going to do that in 2 months? Well, we have a few plans. Got a backup plan and we've got another plan, so we are looking at some houses. But actually, while this room is in this state, I can sort of show you some things. Just here, that's a Cyberman that came from, that was actually from a BBC exhibition. It was originally just the head, and then it was taken away and put onto a body with a full mannequin and all the whole chest units and all the rest of it. And while it was on display, it took a nosedive, and what actually happened was it took a nosedive onto concrete and split it right down here, right through there and into here. So I did start a couple of years back repairing this, and the seam is actually invisible, but I would like to redo this. This is not an original head, obviously. This is a 1990s Toby Chamberlain recasting. You can tell by this blue in here because he uses lots and lots of blue gel coat. Now, what else can I show you while I'm here? Oh, this. This is something else I'd love to work on. As you can see, it's a set of silicone moulds. There's the other half under there, very dusty and dirty. This is not my doing. This is from it being in where was it? It was in some sort of storage many years ago, and then I got them. But if you can guess, that is the. Originally, it was used as the Preacher gun, and then latterly it was used as the Cybermen gun. So, at some point, I would like to cast up a couple of copies of that, but that's not for now. Can actually get access to the shelves, which I've not been able to do for a long time. In there are models. There are model parts in all of these, actually, sort of in here. That's from Rude Tube. We used to have their TARDIS console-like thing, but I got rid of that and destroyed it. Up here is, this is another Cyberman gun. This is a classic 80s one. In fact, this was part of another BBC exhibition, Cyberman, but again, that one broke, and I've got, in fact, in me, the head is up in there, and I think the rest of it's out in the garage. No, I've actually loaned it out to a friend of mine. More Cyberman-y parts, various gun parts, model-y parts and stuff in there. That's kind of interesting. That's the dummy eye from one of the 2 Daleks from Remembrance. I think it's the Renegade Dalek that gets blown up by the special... In fact, yes, this is one of the first victims of the Special Weapons Dalek. Sort of canine head moulds there. Oh, and in here, and in fact there as well, so that's a big version, that's a smaller version. That is the original David Tennant... Well, no, Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant roundel moulds. So maybe if I move to a better workshop, I'll be able to sort of work on that, and that, and that. And what else? Oh, I've got loads of stuff upstairs. I'll tell you what, why don't we just cut away and go upstairs and I'll show you some bits and pieces up there as well. So here we are upstairs at the top of the house, and this is one of the many cupboards that holds all my collection of crap that I've had since I was a baby actually. I mean, everything. There's all lots of new series stuff. Lots of this I've bought, quite a lot of it also I've been given by Character Options when I used to work for them. Loads of Daleks in there, and yeah, Daleks in there. I think there's a load more in this box here. I'm not sure. This is all kinds of other guff. The husk head from Ghostlight. What's over there? A prototype 18-inch Dalek. A couple of Davroses. In that cardboard box with the word top on it, that's a Shimmeron there. That's a Shimmeron baby, nearly falling over there. Bunch of K9s and some other stuff in there. But as you can see, as I was saying earlier, there are boxes everywhere. This is just some straggly bits of robots, bits of old propage. Wally! I love Wally. And a mask from one of my old films that I did. In fact, that mask there and that contraption there came from an old film that I did years ago. What else have I come across? I mean, I've not seen most of this stuff for years because, as I said, it's all been boxed up in places like this. So there's a mask from... can't think what the story's called. I don't know what it's... I can't think of the story now. It's the one with a big testicle and knob as a monster. With the chlorine guards. Planet? No, I can't remember. If you can remember, just tell me in the comments. So this is another of my cupboards. In fact, I've just recently emptied it, so that's all that's left. A couple of bits. Well, in fact, there's the very first prop or model that I did for this channel, and I made this model and then forgot to film the damn thing as I was doing it, which was a marginally irritating. Rani's TARDIS, Codsteak's TARDIS. That's my sample copy. That's an issue. That's the first ever one made. Had all this palaver not come up, I would have been doing a video on this, which is a Star Wars 1/19th scale Tatooine house. Radio controlled Dalek down there, Doctor Who magazines. I stopped buying this magazine. In fact, I've been buying these pretty much since issue 1, but the very last one I bought was, I think it's Tom Spilsbury's last edition, where it had on the cover The End of an Era, and I just thought that's a really great place to stop buying it, because I haven't read it for years, to be honest. It's, you know, I always felt that Doctor Who magazine kind of ran out of stuff to talk about. The old Dennis Fisher TARDIS, there's a Tom Baker in there as well. So yeah, I'm just in the process of packing all this stuff up. So that's kind of where we are. There's a full cupboard there full of radio controlled Daleks, much like that one there. That one's got a load of classic toys, and I was saying recently on Facebook that I really have got too much stuff and I want to sort of thin all this down. The sort of stuff that I'm going to definitely keep are all the, you know, the classic things from when I was little, you know, that sort of stuff. I'll keep things like the prototype Dalek over there, but I'm seriously giving consideration to thinning out a lot of the new series stuff. So anything from 2005 onwards, I'll keep a few samples here and there. I mean, I'll keep the TARDIS console room there because it's a TARDIS console room. But I do actually have 3 of the electronic versions that came before that. 2 of some. In fact, I was the very first person to ever get one of those, and I remember suggesting on, I think it's called Outpost Gallifrey at the time, about replacing the walls and the floors with actual mesh and various other stuff. See, my daughter's nicked a load of those toys that she's seen straggling around. I am going to do something with this. This is my son's. These were mine, but I gave them to my son. No, I gave them to my daughter first, then my son. And there's my son and daughter's, or some of my son and daughter's collection. So yeah, we're in a bit of a pickle. But as I was saying, I've been talking about thinning this down. Now, I think it was last year, or it might even be the year before. No, I think it was last year. I was getting rid of some of my stuff. It was one of the first ways of getting rid of things. And actually, I've got video footage of it. It's me getting rid of Radio Times. I've been collecting those for decades. And I tried to give them away and nobody wanted it. But I'll tell you what, why don't I just cut back to that footage from, I think it was about, let's just say a year ago. So, tell you what, if you want to watch a couple of minutes of me getting rid of some Radio Times, let's just cut to that. Right, I'm out in the workshop and I'm just about to do some spring cleaning. I've got some magazines here, in particular Radio Times, so I've been hanging on to these for years and I don't know what to do with them, to be honest, so I think I'm going to get rid. What's this? Some cards. Yep. They can all go in the bin just down here. I think that was the reveal of the cyber controller. So, say goodbye because I don't need any of this stuff anymore. Oops. That's a just don't need it. Sometimes you hang on to things for no reason. All it does is it just takes up room. So, all going into the bin. Look at this. It's got the royal family on it. What exactly is in here? Could be something to do with Doctor Who in there, I guess. I can't be bothered. Actually. I mean, really, why do we keep this crap? Had a pig's ear of that. Another one. I think these have all got Doctor Who something. Yeah, there we go. What's this one? This one's got K9 in it. I might actually have a look at that because I don't think I've ever looked at it. The Master, wow. I don't even like this Master. So... Rubbish, rubbish. Charlie Brooker, not sure what's in here. Zebra, that's my old TV guide thing. Oh, something about Davros. What's in there? Oh, this is the... I don't even know what the story's called. It's the one where Davros came back. So why am I destroying it? Well, it's because nobody wants this. Everybody's got copies of these things, so you just can't give them away. Christmas special. Yeah, whatever. Death of a Doctor. To be honest, I really dislike David Tennant's Doctor. Nothing against him personally. I actually quite like David Tennant, but just don't like his Doctor. So, goodbye to that. Oops. Sorry, David. Why am I being so destructive? Well, it's so that I can't go back on myself and go and get it and then put it away. So, when's this one from? 1999. What is it about? Is it comic relief? Quite possibly, in which they did the... I can't even think what it's called. Curse of Fatal Death or something. Ugh. Right. Make sure I can't get it back. There we go. That's quite a good one. Vote Dalek. Oops. An old computer magazine from 2003. SFX. Why have I got this? Oh, because it's got a Dalek in the back. Yep, don't think so. That's my friend's magazine. I better keep that. I've had this since about the about 96, I think. Camcorder magazines, don't need that. All that. Oops, a daisy. More camcorder magazines, all from the 90s. Camcorder. That's all camcorder stuff. Doctor Who sticker collection. Yeah, look at that. God, this must be all from series 1 and 2. K9. No stickers in it whatsoever. Bye bye. Why can't I tear this equally? 2000 AD. No, whose is that? Is that mine or did someone loan that to me? Oh god, this is that one with really terrible artwork. That really bad artwork. Yep. Dreadful. I don't know who drew this and I can't be bothered to look it up, even though it's right in front of me. I mean, look at that. I mean, that's almost Colin Howard sort of style. Bye-bye. Daleks. Again, I don't know whether... Oh, this is Daleks versus Cybermen. Very satisfying. And that's the opposing cover. Nope. I actually did this with all my mint on card character options figures. I got rid of all of them because they just take up space and I'm never going to look at them again. Davros, when he came back. Actually, that is the worst. Oh, where is it? Where's the actual covery bit? Oh, it doesn't matter, but yeah. I really dislike that, Davros. Time Crash. As much as I like Peter Davison here. No, don't want that either. Now you may say that I'm being needlessly, catastrophically destructive, but I did try giving these away many, many years ago on the Richard Who website. And in fact that stemmed their giveaway thread, but unfortunately, despite a few people wanting them, they didn't want to pay for the postage. They wanted me to pay for the postage. So I kind of just thought, oh, I'll put them off to one side. All New Who, something about Matt Smith, one of the better Doctors of the new series. Bye-bye, Matt. Holiday stuff, hearing aids. David Tennant is the Doctor. What's this for? July 2007. What's in here? Page 10. Let's have a look. Oh yes, that story. That is the worst story ever as far as I'm concerned, I think. Can't remember what it was called. But look at that makeup. That was horrendous. And then they did like a Gollum thing where the Doctor turned into some shriveled little thing, some munchkin. In fact, that was when I stopped collecting the figures. The new series figures was after this. Because it was just rubbish. I mean, honestly, the most singularly unconvincing makeup. Bye-bye. I have to admit, I do take delight in doing this to this story. Do you know, I can't even remember what the story was called. Oops. No, the Radio Times here. I think this is the only one I've held back, and I think this is the one where they had K9 in it, or some nice K9 pictures. Indeed, I might actually... Yeah, I think I may actually scan those. I do actually have them already, but it's worth keeping just for posterity, I suppose. K9, I do like K9. And that I really must give back to my friend. I've had it for nearly 20 years. Dolly, we're going to wrap up the video now. Have a bit of decency. Do you want to go outside? Do you want to go out? There's a good cat. So that pretty much brings us to the end of this video. So yeah, I'm not able to build anything at the moment purely because of this. My camera's just telling me that I'm running out of battery, so I better make this brief. So yeah, you probably couldn't see that, but yes, I had a little piece of information coming up on here telling me to get on with it. So yeah, this is where we are. I can't really do any building of any sort at the moment until we know what the hell is going on. So are we moving? Are we moving into a rental? Are we moving into a place that we're actually going to buy? Because that's an option. You know, landlords have offered us this place, but you know I've been saying for years that this place isn't really doable in terms of our family. However, there is a way out of this. If we were to buy this place for a reasonable price, I'm thinking about demolishing this and building a new workshop on the end here, because planning permission says I might be able to do that. But we don't know. Everything's still up in the air at the moment, so please do bear with me. Thank you so much for bearing with me thus far. Thanks for your support. And until next time, and there will be a next time, I just don't know when, I might put up a different video. In fact, I'll put up the video that I was talking about, the Star Wars video, hopefully soon if I can get it done, but we'll see about that. But bear with me again a little bit longer while we try and work out what on earth is going on. Because if it all goes wrong in 2 weeks' time, in 2 months' time, or technically speaking, it's now going to be 7 weeks, we're going to be homeless. But it won't come to that. So until next time, take care and I'll speak to you soon.